Hey everybody, welcome to the Forbidden Psalm adventure. I'm back with the first episode of Regicide. This is a indie expansion for an indie game for Forbidden Psalm, and it's a complete 12-game narrative campaign experience that Exalted Funeral is currently publishing, where you are on the run from a horde of undead. Basically, the Forgotten King has woken up, and you're being chased through the lands by basically the head of his army. Just to turn around is to die. There's an endless amount of the undead that are following you, and you are running ahead with tons of other displaced refugees, fighting for food, for resources, trading with each other, and just trying to live another day and not get eaten. So the first mission of this basically is, as the undead begin to arise, our warband, the Graven Tosk Five, are currently basically like looting tombs. They're doing bad things. These are bad people. It's Forbidden Psalm. There's nobody good. I've rolled up a completely new warband. You can check it out in the review of this expansion as I created them. The names are fantastic. This is gonna be great. My favorite is Godless the Meat Failure. This is the best name ever. He's the dwarf. So we'll show you the table, show you the warband, and we'll get this underway. So here I am set up for my first game of Regicide with the Graven Tosk Five. This is a great excuse for me to take out my Cursed City miniatures again and make a warband out of them. I've got, and I rolled up all these names. My leader, it's Aura, the Childlike, my witch hunter, very naive, with a musket and a short sword. His flaws: he's scared of dying. He auto-fails morale tests when a friendly model dies. And he's cowardly, -1 morale, but +1 agility. His best friend, Frail the Muscle, an ogre, has greasy hands and is also cowardly, so he's -1 agility. But he has +1 to agility tests and -1 to morale for being cowardly. So yeah, this is pretty fast. We've got a bunch of sort of like core bonuses here. He's got a Morning Star. And then we have Mousling the Deranged, my knight. The carcass of the thing she's wearing on her back makes her have a putrid smell. So -1 presence within 3 inches of aura of her. But she's got a lucky goblin foot, and it's -1, or sorry, it's a reroll, but she has -1 to her equipment slots. She's armed with a sword and light armor. And then we have Godless the Meat Failure, my dwarf, held together by whatever this steam engine is, I guess, back into life. Just has a hand axe. He's hard to see, so you can't shoot him, but he can't shoot you either. And he's a loner. He's -1 to all tests if he's within 2 inches of a friend. And then Nazala the Wren is my wizard, right here. He's got 1 foot in the grave, so if he ever goes out of action, he just fails his death save. And he's a meathead. He's -1 presence, but +2 strength. And his scrolls are Hope's Last Breath. It's a heal for D6 hit points and a 1-inch range. And Death Becomes Them. Make somebody undead with a 12-inch range. So I get bonuses against undead. Then I can make living things count as being undead. Campaign, I have to keep track of my meals and feed everybody every game. So I have 3 meals in my stash and 3 gold pieces. And we're attempting to loot this abandoned village. As the undead horde rises, everyone flees, and we take our chances, basically, looting these tombs. They're all placed within 6 of the board, not within 3 of each other. Now, every time we loot one, we have to make a strength test, and if we pass, we get to roll on a table of like things that could happen to see what we find. But we also summon one of these guys, a ghost. Basically, they're called impermanents, and they are like, you know, just armed ghosts that we've disturbed because the Forgotten King has started to make the undead rise. On a 1, we find a random weapon. On a 2, we find 5 gold. On a 3, we find 10 gold. On a 4, we find a crucifix for 6 gold, which can be robbed from the graves, basically. And we roll twice on the D4 table if we get a critical, which is super cool. And it's just a strength test to pass, so DR 12 plus our strength, and we get 5 gold, plus whatever we roll on the table there for the D4. The reward for this mission, if we manage to loot 2 out of 3 of the graves, and kill all 3 of the ghosts that show up. D2 dogs are also going to arrive on round 3 to potentially stop us. In a multiplayer or co-op game, D3 bandits would also show up. Both good and bad for me, because I need to get food, and I really want to rob some food. As well, this is Forbidden Psalm. We only have 6 turns to do this in, so I get to pick an edge and deploy within 6 of it, so everybody's just going to show up, ready to loot some tombs. Wizard are going in the middle to heal people. Start with Mousling. She can walk 7 inches because of her awesome agility, and so she's going to walk over to this gravestone. And because she is putrid, no one else is going to be nearby, and she's going to try and make a strength test, DR 12. Does she pass? Yes! All right, so we managed to get in there. We didn't critically pass, but we did pass, and that means that we get to roll a D4 plus 5 gold pieces to see what we find. So she's now carrying 1, so 5 gold pieces plus random weapon. I'm into D100. She gets 100. Pick any weapon from the list. I'm into it. An Oathbird sword it is. Bastard sword. What's a bastard sword do? Take that for sure. So 5 gold plus that, and then we're gonna have to. We didn't fumble, but we have to place a impermanent within 2 of the tomb. Spooky ghost comes out of the ground. All right, we're just gonna walk up our 3. This little fella. Then we're gonna go with the boss. He's also gonna walk his 7 over to here. And using his strength plus 2, he's going to loot that too. 10 plus to do it. No, didn't fumble though. And then we'll go with you there, muscle man. Fraile, the muscle. And you're going to use your strength plus 1 to attempt to break open that one. Your toughness plus 3. Nope. All right, well, you're just going to play it safe and go hang out over here. Getting within 1 to heal people. 6-inch move, and then it's ghost o'clock. So the ghost comes running in. Permanents have 5 hit points, no morale. They're D4 minus 1 from their spectral hands, but they ignore all armor. And they're armor 2. But we ignore their armor if we're carrying a crucifix, which is pretty cool. Through terrain totally freely. So 2d6 roll, 2 inches. Well, that was convenient that it didn't quite get to me. And it's done. 2 of 6. Remember, turn 3, D2 dogs arrive. So we get to go again. Sweet sword now. So in goes Mousling the Deranged. Taking a swing at DR 12, plus 2 for her strength, because she is strong. See if she lands that blow. Cranks it, and does D10 damage, but minus 2 armor. So if I get a 7 plus, we'll slay the first. 8 plus, minus 2 is 6. The first ghost is down. So one of our 3 ghost kills is complete. All right, next up, we're gonna go with the beat stick. Let's see if he can make his strength test on a 12. He's an 11 because of his strength plus 1. Nope. And then to save time, I think we use our omen to automatically pass our strength test with the boss. So that means we are going to, or sorry, is it an automatic critical or is it an automatic pass? I can't remember. Confidence, we just auto pass. So what do we find? Something cool. 1 again, another random weapon. All right. D100, 33. 3 gives us a horseman's pick. That's cool. And that ghost gets placed. The next one arrives. I'm now carrying 5 gold and a relevant piece of equipment. And then we have just a couple models left. We just keep on walking up, I think, over here. No, we don't want you to walk too close. You're a loner. You're gonna be happier over here. Look, watch for dogs. He'll just stay where he is, ready to bash out some heal. Right, 2d6, 7 inches. It comes flying into, or the childlike. DR 12 attack with its spectral claws. Hits. D4 minus 1 damage, ignoring armor. He's not wearing it anyway. He's got a coat on. So 3 damage. 4 health left. Not great, but he gets to swing back. 12 becomes a 15 with the penalty. Goes back down to a 13 with his agility bonus with his short sword. So let's see if he can do it. 13? Nah, misses. Round 3. End of this round, the mangy hounds from all of the craziness arrive. Start with you. You are going to cast your Hope's Last Breath, DR 12 with your presence of plus 2. See if we can heal up the boss. Or, it's not here. Okay, Tragedy, and those will, of course, get added to any calamity test I have to make for failing later on. Well, and we're going to go in, I think, with the buddy. And he's going to try and ram slam with his mace. Strength plus 1. 17 will do it. And then he has his cruel, whatchamacallit, Morning Star. So it does D8 damage, minus 2 for the armor because he's spectral. So 3 damage. It has 2 left. And then Aura's going to also try and, and then it hits back actually on a 15. Oh, and it hits him as well. D4 minus 1 damage, does 1 point of damage. So his 11 goes down to a 10. All right, Aura's gonna try and swing. He's still using his short sword for his agility, which is plus 2, which means a 10 to hit. Misses. I'm gonna use my omen to reroll it. I wanna finish this guy off. No, I still miss. And then it attacks me back on a 15 because it's minus 3 to the roll and misses as well. All right, get in here, Mousling. I'm gonna walk over here and you're gonna try and strength test this last one at plus 2. She does. So a D4 again. She finds a 4. She's got the crucifix. Now carrying 10 gold as well, which is sweet. And then you're going to go guard for dogs again. 3 inches towards where the starving dogs are going to arrive. All right, D2 starving dogs. It's 2. And they're going to arrive in the middle of the table right here. Stay within 6 of each other, and they always go towards the same target. Top of 4. We need these dogs because we kind of need to loot them for sweetmeats. Forgot about this guy. He arrives as well. And he goes 2d6 towards her. Goes 7. We need to fight that combat. So it attacks her on a 12 and misses, and she's going to attack back at -3 + 2, so on a 13. Miss. The dogs arrive. Now it's turn 4. So it's back to us. Let's see if we can finish you off. Going in with Frail the muscle, and he's going to try and hit at +1. Gets it with a 16. Ooh, I'd like to not be dead. And D8 -2 damage. Needs a 4 or better. Kills it. So we've got our reward state now because we've killed our second ghost. I think we go over with the boss, and he's going to walk his 7. He's going to plug one of these dogs with his musket at presence +2, so he needs a 10. Cranked it. D10 damage. 5 hit points each. They are morale 5, vicious bite D4, no armor. Pack hunting, if more than one is attacking, they gain cruel on their damage because they're basically pack hunting us. But let's see if we do. You know what? I'll use critical devastation. Let's do 10 damage. So I'm going to mark it right there because we could loot it. That's what you're going to start moving towards doing. Going 3. Time for you to move fast. So you're going to move again 3. And we're going to go over here with Mouseling, and she's going to attack that last of the ghosts. No, she misses. It attacks back at a 15. It misses to just. Then I think we're going to do the healing scroll again. And pass this time. Heal D6 damage. So, Frail the muscle is healed. Monster face starting with the closest. This ghost is going to attack Mouseling on a 12. Misses, and she attacks back at -3 + 2, so -1, so 13. Oh, she got him. That's D10 damage with the big old bastard sword. 7 -2 is 5. The third ghost is banished. All right, you're closest. So in comes the dog. Bork Bork, hitting on a 12 and missing, and then he'll attack back. He's using his strength, which is -1 with his axe. So -4 overall, so he needs a 16 to hit. Cranks him, oh my goodness. That is a hand axe, which is D8 damage. On a 5+, you just kill that dog. You do. Well then, time to harvest some sweetmeats on turn 5. We've killed all the monsters. Morale test for failing this. So we're just going to move into base contact and then make our DR12 presence test with Godless the Meat Failure. He's presence +2, so he might actually get this on a 10. Nope. Walk over with Aura, and he's going to attempt to do the same. His presence is +2 as well. Nope. Then we'll walk over with the Wizard, whose presence +2. See if we can do it. No. There's no morale test during this because we're starving, so we don't really care. Then we're going to go 5 and 5 again with the Ogre, just to follow around the boss because they're best friends. And then 7 and 7 again. And we're just going to start butchering these dogs. Last turn of the game, one of you guys has got to make this. We'll start with the boss, +2. Gets it. So we've harvested an organ for a meat. And then we'll go at +2 for the Wiz. Doesn't get it. -2 presence for Mouseling, so he needs a 14. Nope. And then +2 presence for him, but he's -1 because he's a loner. He doesn't like being watched. It's a 13. Gets it though, so the dwarf manages to pull off the second harvest. Gain the reward if you successfully rob 2 tombs and kill all 3 impermanents by the end of the game. No bandits come on round 3. On round 4, only D2 starving cogs come into play, which they did. So at the end of it all, the first player to attempt a robbery in each tomb gets it. The player with the greater total gains 2 meals and rolls on the treasure table after the game. We gain a gold for every undead model we killed, so we get 3 extra gold. So we had 15 gold, plus a crucifix, plus 2 weapons, plus another 3, so 18 gold. The game ends on round 5. Never mind, we actually didn't manage to get either of these dogs, so we didn't get any of those meals. It's actually over the end of round 5. That's funny. Normally the game's 6 turns. I didn't notice the clause that was there, so we didn't actually get to take our sweetmeats. That does put us to 2 meals. Go to the campaign at the end. So each warband with at least 1 surviving member gains D6 plus D4 gold and 2 meals. So we managed to get 4 meals overall. And then we got 10 more gold, so that's going to be 15, 16, 17, 18, 28 gold, puts us at 31 gold in the bank, and 7 meals. Saves to make, no injury rolls to make. Each warband rolls on the random event table, which is 2d8. So d8, so the high number is 7, the low number is 3, so 73 on the random events table. 73. Graven Tosk is strangely quiet. This is the perfect time to give some tombs a visit. Roll a d4 and find something. A big tomb in the middle, and we find a 2. A crucifix can be sold for 6 gold. So we got an extra crucifix. Robbery continues. All right, so now that we've done our random event, we have to feed our warband. So we're down 5 meals because there's 5 people and they all had to eat. So we had 2 meals left, and now we gain and spend XP. So we killed 5 monsters, 1 XP. We collected 3 treasures. Oh, so we had to roll on the treasure table again. Actually, into the reward. So let's see what we find. D20 this time? So D20. 9. We get a wine bottle. 2 meals. 4 meals in the bank now. So we robbed 3 graves for 3. So we killed 5 monsters. 8 for treasure. 9 for the treasure we got from the reward. 10 for surviving. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for downed. And that's it. You can improve war members' abilities by 1 3 times. Strength up on Frail, Mouseling, and Godless. He's gonna go to strength 0, but at least he's not negative now for his only job, which is hitting things with an axe. New members, we're gonna just reallocate equipment. That includes placing it in your party stash and buying new equipment from fleeing merchants. Resources are scarce, so D4 items are available each time. So let's see what D4 items are available, because we can't actually visit the other merchant either. So 2 items are available. It's D4 of each type. So 2 from whatever the first type would be. A random one of each type. So 2 from the items list, which is D6. There are 6 ammo and ammo. Well, we can buy some ammo. We need it. Musket ammo for 1 gold. And then how many items of armor are available? 4. So 4 items. 5. So it's a 2, a 5, a 2, and a 4. So 2 medium armors, a shield, and a helm. Both medium armors for 20. And I think, do I buy the helm? Yeah, I think I buy the helm. 25, 26 for the ammo I bought. There's D4 weapons available, but I found better weapons in the tombs. So there's 3 weapons available, and they are 5, 12, and 13. So 5 is a warhammer, 12 is a horseman's pick, and 13 is a flail. Here's what I got. So I've spent 20 on light armor, 25, 26 out of my 31, which leaves me with 5 in the bank. So food, I'm gonna leave the crucifixes on Aura and on Mouseling, because they're kind of decent fighters, and they found them too, so cool. We'll have Frail the Muscle, just still equipped with his Morningstar, but he's now got medium armor, as does actually, he's got medium armor, she's got medium armor, and then he's going to have light armor. So the crucifix will go on Frail, because Aura's strength isn't enough to actually carry all of those items. You can only carry 3 items, because it's 5 in your strength bonus. So Aura can carry 7, Aura can carry 8 items, -1 for her lucky rabbit's foot, so 7. So having medium armor, crucifix, and her bastard sword is all good. Musket, short sword, and light armor for Aura means that he's basically tapped out until he gets a strength increase. And then Frail can carry 7 as well. So medium armor, crucifix, and a Morningstar is no problem. I think trusting her advice was a good idea. She smelled like a liar. The air in the cemetery is heavy and the terrain is warm under our feet. I can feel it sink sometimes, like walking on rubbery pastry. These tombs don't look as affluent as she promised. I think I saw something moving between the graves. So the grave robbery is done, and we're into They Live as our next episode. So there we go, at the end of the first adventure. We've managed to survive a basically grave robbery as we loot one of the villages that people are fleeing from and head in advance of the Forgotten King's massive undead horde. We've managed to stay fed, we're fat and happy, but we got 11 more adventures to go, and we'll see how that goes for the Graven Tosk Five as they push forward amongst the refugees and crowds of villagers running ahead of them to their next adventure. So big thanks for watching. We'll see you for another one in 2 weeks. Till then, Ash, happy gaming. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death for Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.